and they hate that. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning and they hate that.
Tonight, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. Murray and the Atlanta Falcons versus Jalen Hurts and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
Right. What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some more.
Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it, and the Jags grab it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. The numbers for him from a week ago, And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Bulldozes past him. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They run with Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Third down. It's Hines, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Chase Young in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
To try again after the sack. Murray and firing a deep ball for Kmet. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Play action. Now it's Murray. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
A lot of times, just that first read that you have, maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Hurts. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Blocking at the point of attack there was very strong. He had a couple of running lanes.
And I never want to overlook the offensive line, but that's what they get paid to do. How about the quarterback? Everyone thinks all he's going to do is throw the football. His movement and deception can help the running game as well.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side. Hines. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for first. They'll look to throw. And that's complete. Albert Okuebuna. And he is going to have a Jags first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Hurts eluding the pressure right. Got him in. It's Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Hunter, nice one on a punt as he sends this one away.
Back deep, Deontay Harris. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's got a man. It's his fullback. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Hines. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Mecole Hardman the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they'll pass on what would have been a 49-yard field goal attempt, and they're going for it on 4th down. It's complete to Brown, right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession.
Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Murray now on first down. Harris has it over the middle. Well, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense.
The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Brown has the first down and much more. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run. That was so well timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Flushed out right.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
They'll try to run with Hines. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 2nd and goal. Hurts. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Deebo Samuel. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
McCann now for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A final shot before half from Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Well, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Hurts to throw. This will be caught by Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big connection on that one. 31 yards.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
That's complete. Okurobuna. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And the return will stop right around the 25.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1 yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Hines again. And he'll take this into the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville. Naeem Hines with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and it's now 21-7. McCann's got it teed up. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Murray now. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. Under pressure, they got him again. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Brown with his stick skills. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the 3rd quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good.
And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Atlanta regains possession of the football.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
2nd and 11. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
It's brought in by Harris.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now Murray. A slant route caught by Bateman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 24-yard line. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Murray now on 1st down. And he floated one out there incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Now Murray's got to have this one. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Jaguars are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, Jet, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at Samuel. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts escaping the pressure right. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
McCann's got it teed up. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
And that is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning. 54 yards on the ground for him so far.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground.
Good one.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. But there's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center.
And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
From the 31, Murray. Then he finds Beasley, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now here's a throw that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. And that'll set them back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Murray to air it out again.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Here's Murray from midfield. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Murray under pressure again, and down he goes again. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now Brown. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Jacksonville, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.